All right, Alex. Still feeling that depression McDonald's a couple days later.
Certainly, I didn't need to put that on top of the wound that Cuse gave us up at the Dome Saturday.
I think I did. I think I needed that.
It kind of just dug the
I'm
hole
gonna eat
deep.
my feelings. I'm gonna eat my feelings, especially when I'm drunk. I'm a drunk eater. I'm gonna eat my feelings kind of
I
guy.
mean, I felt that it was appropriate for the time. That's for fucking sure.
So we're gonna have to dive back into this game. I haven't watched it. I don't know if you've rewatched it all.
No, honestly, enough was enough in person the first time. I didn't need a second time, so this will be enough torture here with you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, not.
You're watching Domed in Cuse, the quick hit podcast for real Orange fans. If you love Cuse sports, hit like and subscribe.
All right, people. I'm gonna try to drum up the energy for you. Been a long day. Been a whirlwind, Q's back, but we're here. Um, just to go ahead and get us started, this is our film room for anybody that's new. We're going to rewatch the Syracuse game. We're going to go ahead and watch the condensed game from the ACC network. So if you want to watch that with us or follow along, we're going to share our screen and we'll go ahead and get started. So do us a favor, like and subscribe. Well, all right, Tav. Unless you have anything you want to say before we get started, I'd say let's just dive in.
Not particularly. Pretty much this is going to start and end bad, and it's going to be bad all the way in between, particularly on offense. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good summary, I'd say. All right. 22 minutes of just a terrible time. Short kickoff, and we're off running. Tylee Kill back there. That was interesting.
I liked anybody back there other than Hart.
Hmm. Willis, good run to start the game. Got 5, 6 yards here.
It's a nice start. At least we gave it to him to start the game, right?
And then this was right after Collins got hurt, and they just got two guys in the backfield here. I mean,
yeah. It's tough when your left tackle's on his ass 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
this one was worse in person.
It was horrible.
This is a way worse interception in person. I mean, he throws it right to the guy. It was to Jonte. I thought it was to Gill this whole time.
For context, we were in the opposite end zone there in the corner. You could probably spot us out even in that shot, but we had a perfect angle for this play. This ball was not near Jonte Cook. This ball was like several yards behind him, like right to the defensive back. I mean, just set the tone for the game. It got bad. It started bad. It got worse. It got no better, basically. The defense started tough in this game. And then this play.
And why are we blitzing Buxton? Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That was honestly the one really poor play from the defense in the game. Aside from that, the defense was honestly good, as we talked about in our post game.
The other thing that I appreciate about this play here is that it felt in real time in the Dome live that was happening in slow motion.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm glad it didn't look any faster on the tape.
That's so true. I swear he was running for like an entire song, it felt like. I mean, he could not have been moving what felt like slower towards the end zone. I couldn't believe we did that. But at the same time, I also felt he was scoring as soon as he crossed the line. It was a very odd feeling, to be honest with you.
I mean, this is crazy. You throw a wide receiver screen. They have 5 guys in the backfield there. Can we just? I'm not going to do this a lot because I don't need to watch any more of this game than we did. But we first off, obviously we don't block. What is that? What is that scheme? all 5 guys just diving at people's legs, and then we're throwing it out to the flat.
It's like
Everybody that we dove at was able to get over to Willis anyway.
You can't cut that poorly, and then the throw is kind of behind Willis. It's just like it's a horribly executed play.
It's a terrible play call. It
doesn't look like a play we're good at executing. You know what I mean?
This is like my shit though. What did we work on in the bye? Because that play call, if we worked on that play call in the bye, I'm concerned. Because I hate the play call to begin with, but if we worked on that during the bye and that's the execution we came up with, it's terrible.
Totally. Nothing else to say. I mean, the full line cut block scheme is clearly not one we execute well.
But a lot of the O-line shit we don't execute well, because this is Ricky. I mean, we're not going to say Ricky's great, but like he's got no time here. 4 guys have hit him in the backfield before he gets to the. We didn't block any fucking body in this game. We didn't fucking block one guy in this fucking game.
The blocking the offensive line play was horrible in this game.
And this was great job by the defense here.
Defense played
Simmons,
really, really hard.
Fuentes Contif. Good job containing him here, not losing contain. And good job secondary rush here by Simmons and Fuentes getting in there.
And we were tracking this. I mean, they're wearing gashes. I mean, secondary was doing a good job covering guys down.
This is the worst angle of this is the worst camera work I've ever seen. If you go to our X page though, we had a great angle of this from the end zone.
Totally. We had
this is a terrible throw.
Just an awful throw. And it was pretty clear that like whoever speaks to the quarterback, Heinschel, in between, drives here was pretty much like, do not do this again. They just kind of told him, hold on to the ball, take a bunch of sacks. Just do not give Syracuse any life in this game because their offense isn't going to do a thing. And Pitt basically just didn't turn the ball over. That was kind of how they played the rest of the game. Just don't make a huge mistake and Syracuse won't capitalize. And that's basically the story of the game.
It's a great catch from Gill.
Nice execution. Nice diving play by Gill.
But again, we didn't really block anybody on this play either. They got a guy right through the line. It's a good throw by Ricky there because that guy's right in his face. But
yeah.
Good job again by the D-line.
The defense was just very good. They were very good. Gary Bryant there with a nice stop on the edge.
Yeah.
And
our linebackers don't look so bad when we get some D-line penetration. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in that play, there was like 10 Syracuse jerseys around the ball there tackling,
That little bullshit toss play works against us every fucking time.
We cannot.
I don't know why people don't run that every play.
A little quick side to also this. I thought you were going to punch me after this play. You have another 3rd and 10 wide receiver screen when we just don't have enough guys lined up out there.
I mean, the not matching up 1-for-1 on the outside thing is the most confusing thing in the world to me.
Every team knows to expect it from us on film too, like as soon as they see it, it's like an auto call, This was actually
a great job by Delorier.
More favorite plays of the game. We really stretched this play out. This was just like good discipline. Like this was like well-coached defense.
Everybody holds their angles. The linebacker pursues.
Yeah.
Raheem Long kind of makes him cut it back inside, allows Delorier to clean it up.
Who is that on the edge?
Yeah.
He did a good job setting the edge there to let Delorier come in behind him. He fights through this.
The lineman. That's Amaporiola.
Amaporiola.
18. We thought he was good. We thought he was good in this game, right?
I thought he was very good in this game.
Everybody on the D line.
I remember his effort. He just he was a problem with effort in this game. He just played hard.
I like that Sally by DG there.
Yeah, DG.
Yeah, dude. When you get 8 sacks, you get Sally like this.
The defense deserved a Sally. They were playing hard.
I mean, even watching this, it just feels like if we had Steve, we're gonna kill this fucking team.
I believe this is where interception 2 is coming, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty sure it's on this next play.
Like this, we were moving the ball well here. We were actually finding some rhythm.
This is why it's confusing to me, the whole we can't execute the playbook thing. Because clearly we could execute some things. So why don't we just keep doing those some things?
The issue is it's consistency, dude. He's not consistent. So it's just like, or we stall out because it's like we end up throwing a ball over a guy's head or 6 feet behind him, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
You know, if we could hit these layups all the time, I agree with you. That's why I'm with you. Like, I want to play whoever can hit the layups. You know, like whoever can hit the layups needs to be playing. And I guess if that's Ricky in practice, it's hard to imagine.
But even still, for me, Tav, it's like I hear you, but like if he can make one throw, let's just do that one throw every time. I don't even care if the defense knows it's coming at this point.
I know. I'm with you. Like, I'm just not sure there is one that he makes consistently. You know, like I don't know if we're gonna get the clip at the end of the half. But that
shout out to tight ends always trying to hurdle defensive backs because that never fucking works for them.
No.
Great job by Jobity here, just beating 2 guys to the ball and probably drew a holding call. Excellent.
I believe here is our interception. Maybe not.
Again, Willis contacted in the backfield 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This is the interception.
Yeah.
It's just not open. Like, I mean, even just like look at this freeze frame. I know we're behind the end zone, so we can see it too. But I mean, look at this freeze frame. Like, there's 4 guys that he has to go over, and there's one of our guys, and he doesn't particularly throw it well because he underthrows it by like 5 yards here. But even if he throws it perfectly, he's not open.
No, and that's like this is just like this is a play where there's no pressure on him. Like there's nobody near him. And he just fires this, and it's not fires that he underthrows it, like you said, considerably. I just again, we were behind this play. We can see what he was looking at live. I have no idea what he saw on that play. Like I can't fathom it.
Pitt also. I mean, they just took a ton of penalties in this game,
they did,
which helped us out.
I don't even know where the holding was on this play. Do you know?
It's right there on the outside. It's on Peel here.
It did,
which is a pretty clear holding.
It's a critical. Yeah. It's the reason why he gets outside. You know. And now
both teams took a ton of penalties, but both teams were sloppy. I mean, we would give credit to a team if they, beat us playing great football like Duke. We gave Duke a lot of credit in that game. Yeah. Neither team played good football in this game.
And now we're approaching, I think, our least favorite sequence of the half, the game, the season here. I do not. Just no words for it.
I mean, with 36 seconds and you're about to get the ball back, it is impossible to think you're going to give up a touchdown. Impossible. I mean, it's 26 seconds with 2nd and 10.
And I can we just pause here for a second? Because I think there's important context for this drive too. Like to your point, there was 26 seconds when this ball was snapped. The play before, I think, was like 30.
36 before they punted.
Right. 36. We have one timeout and a quarterback that hasn't led a touchdown scoring drive in a non-garbage time for a month.
He has 60 yards in the whole half. You need to go 60 yards to get into field goal range. You need to double his output in 30 seconds.
And to double down here, the result of the first play of this drive should have resulted in us handing the ball off up the middle and just praying they didn't call timeouts. Like, the first play of this drive was Ricky. They're not showing it here. That was actually his worst throw of the day. I know we talked about it. I don't know how it wasn't intercepted, but basically Dan Villari is standing in front of him, staring at him, with nobody particularly near him, like 5 yards in front of him. He overthrows this ball by 15 feet. Like, I mean, nowhere near him. Into a defensive, I think it was a linebacker who was standing relatively near.
Number 7, Span, I'm pretty sure.
He's standing relatively near Villari, like, and it just, like, hits him in the stomach. He, like, doesn't even know what to do with it. He drops it. Like, I don't know what we are thinking beyond that point. I mean, do you disagree here, man? Like,
I mean, my thing about it is, like, the worst part about that was that you're talking about, like, he didn't hit him on the play. He didn't throw it over him. He threw it high and outside. It was like when you watch a pitcher and the pitcher comes out and he throws it and it's like way to the backstop, so the catcher, the catcher just holds up his hand. He's like, all right, next ball, because he threw it in the next batter's box, like he threw it in the on deck circle. At this point, it is so far from being anywhere near him, and this is a 5-yard hook throw.
Nobody near him. Oh my goodness, man. Like,
if I cared enough at this point, I would go find the clip, but I don't. So whatever. It was the worst throw I've ever seen. And after that, you're right. Doubling down on it, like as though we were gonna, again, with 26 seconds left, run the field. Great. It's the kind of coaching that makes me wonder what's going on. Like, what are we really thinking here?
Totally. I mean, it's clear that there's mixed messaging going on. Like, the players don't really know what they're supposed to be. Like, Nixon's running out of bounds here. You know, like, there's like.
Well, he's probably told we're trying to get a field goal.
That's exactly, and like, I don't, whatever, you know, like, whatever the staff was saying. I know Fran was frustrated on the sideline. Like, we got to get it. Like, there's just something that's not clear. Like, clearly, no one's working together as to what the strategy is on the sideline there. So, like, we got to clean that up. But this was a debacle, and obviously, what it led to.
Can I be honest? I don't care about working together on the sideline. You're the fucking head coach. There is no reason. There is no reason for this. You know, we had somebody on Twitter come back at us, right, and be like, well, this is exactly what you do if you have a good quarterback. But we don't have that.
No, we have the complete opposite of that. We have
and we know that.
Yeah. Like, it's not even a question. Like, at this point, we need to take this into half and be thankful we're down 3 points in this game. Like, we have 2 turnovers and we have like 80 yards of offense or something like that. Like, let's get into halftime right now.
To be honest, even if we had Steve in this moment, I don't even know if we'd want to go for this with Steve. It doesn't make any sense.
You're on your own 20-yard line. There's 30 seconds left and you have 1 timeout. You know, like, this is what you go for this if you have Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe. What if you have Patrick Mahomes at the end of a game if you need to tie it? If this is the Chiefs are kneeling this goddamn ball, getting into halftime, taking the ball when they get out in the second half because they're confident they're going to come out and score in the second half to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, this just, like, I could not believe this decision making, and I agree with you, man. Like, this is firmly on the head coach. Like, you are in control of what our strategy is here, and you need to communicate it across the team. It was not done here, and like, I mean, this was. I don't know if I've ever been in a stadium where everybody knows it's a mess going on, and then the worst case scenario just unfolds like that right in front of you. I mean, it just popped the balloon in the dome.
This is just one of those situations, and I'm a firm believer in this. Doesn't matter what sport it is. You get penalized for doing stupid sports things. Yeah. Like, you just get penalized for doing dumb shit in sports. Like, I always say this, Tab, like in hockey, if you have a wide open net and your guy fucking misses the net, the other team is coming back down the ice and scoring 100% of the time right after you miss the net. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's the law of sports. You do something dumb, the other team's going to capitalize on their next opportunity. And that's exactly what's about to happen here. Is I could have told you this was going to be a disaster from the second we started taking timeouts to when Ricky threw a pick that should have been the easiest interception of all time to all of a sudden now we're going to watch them give the ball right back with 18 seconds. Not a bad punt. You have guys in coverage. Never should have even been returned. But it's the law of sports, dude.
Yeah, 100%. We got exactly what we deserved on this, to be honest with you. Like you said, like you do dumb things. It's like that. It's some fuck around and find out.
This is terrible punt coverage. I don't know what we were working on the buy, but 49. This is the worst punt coverage I've ever seen. Stop your feet. Force this guy to make a move. Don't go running through him and miss a tackle and then let him get wide open up the middle of the field.
I don't know what Moultrie Goddard was doing there either. Like goes and blocks. He like hits the other guy from behind. He's like not going after the ball. Like it's just a weird coverage decision there. But I mean, I'm still not over the decision making. Like you do that right with a good quarterback. So you do this with this quarterback that we all know we don't really believe in, but is playing. So we're kind of pretending that we believe in him. Like, okay, we get it. Like, I understand that Ricky's who's in the game. Regardless, whether you have confidence, none of it lines up because now you're going to have confidence in him to try and lead a 30-second field goal drive, but then you pull him.
Oh, wait, did they start with the ball here? Oh, they started with the ball in the second half. I take it all back.
With the ball.
Whatever. But then, I still think it was stupid.
But then, like immediately, so you have the confidence to try and run a 30-second scoring drive, and then you pull him coming out of half. Like, none of this lines up, dude. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's counterintuitive decision-making. Like, you're putting a ton on this guy in the 30 seconds before the half, and then you pull him the first possession of the second half. Like, not that I really disagreed with pulling him. Like, I needed to see something else too, but like, this stuff doesn't match up,
Well, I mean, like it's like what you agreed. It's like in the post-game interview when you're saying, "Oh, we don't even have the full playbook." So you're telling me the guy can't execute the full playbook, but you're going to try to score with 30 seconds left in a half?
Right. Exactly. It's just like it's decision making that like doesn't. These things aren't lining up, right? It's frustrating. And yeah, we gave a field goal. Here we are.
Again, Willis, like, game, I hate
right?
that play. What'd you say?
Yeah. And we've got Luke in here, but we don't really have Luke in here. We're just going to decide, okay, we're just going to run the ball.
By the way, can we just point out one thing, which is if we don't lose 5 yards on the worst play call of all time here, or 3 yards on the first play call of all time here, looks like we really only lost one. Either way, it's 2nd and 11, and then we do a nice little play here. Boom, we're back in 3rd and 4 or whatever it is, 3rd and 5. If you didn't lose that first yard, like there's a chance Nixon gets a first down here. This is like what I'm talking about with just like the crazy decisions. Like
you didn't like
none of it was
running
good.
Sideways on first down. My favorite call in the playbook is let's have our power back run sideways. Like, what are we doing, man?
And let's let 15 people in the backfield to tackle him.
Yeah.
A great play again by Jabity. I thought Jabity was really good.
That was the best game of his career, I'd say. He was great.
This is a really good punt. The one time the pink guy had a good punt, and Kerr did a nice return here, and then he kind of got smoked. I guess we didn't really block on punt returns either. I like this from Carney.
I mean, this was okay. We at least got a first down here.
He can make this throw, clearly. Let's just do that throw for the rest of the season. We cannot run block, huh? Didn't matter who was back there, Nixon or...
It's all horrible. It was all horrible.
We finally stopped this little toss play.
Big Chase.
Yeah, Chase has been really good. Ever since you called him out, he's been really good. Another sack is this Tremble. Yeah. Dude, he wreaks havoc in that backfield because he's just running around back
Yeah,
there.
he looks fast.
Again, Willis
I mean,
4 yards behind,
just getting assaulted in the backfield. Like
and then 3rd and 9. We gave Ricky. I mean, we gave Ricky. Luke like 3 throws, and then I mean,
like I don't understand why we put Ricky in the game here. It didn't really matter who was playing quarterback because nobody blocked on that play anyway. But just weird decision.
it feels to me a little bit like Fran just completely caved to the pressure of the crowd
Yes.
and decided to put in Luke, and then was like, you know what? I don't really think Luke's actually better, so I'm gonna go back to Ricky.
Yes.
I don't really know how, from what we saw of Luke in those 6 plays, you could say Ricky is better. I don't see it. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
I mean,
Luke is good.
we didn't see anything. I don't really understand why we even put him in the game. Well, if that's what we were going to do, why did we even put him in? Like, I think that's a legitimate question because you didn't learn fucking anything from that. Did you?
No.
Like, you had him run a couple times. And then we basically just agreed to punt once or twice. Like, I don't know, man. Just odd. Just really odd. I like would rather have not even done it than how we did it. I think a lot of fans agree with that. Like, I do not understand why we decided to put him in and then put a level of training wheel on that is like we might as
I
well
mean,
put
this
Valari in at quarterback. We ran the same offense.
I would have liked to put Valari in at quarterback. This is just disgusting pass interference. Clear my guy Gill. That's crazy. He's tackling him.
Yeah, I mean this was a horrible missed call.
I don't know how you can miss a call like this.
Because he's not in position. Where is the official? Who still haven't seen one. Where is the official?
Not that it mattered. Not that it really mattered. But that's crazy. That's just crazy. It just makes me so mad because it's just such pass interference. It's so obvious.
Yeah,
Any other team in the country gets that call at
This
home.
one wasn't on Ricky. This was actually a pretty good throw. Just get him early.
Would have at least liked my guy Gill to get some stats. You know?
Yeah, he had some opportunities. That wasn't his best game.
No, for sure not. He makes that catch though, and then he made like all of our big catches.
Yeah. There weren't many.
I do have to say,
plays when you average 3 yards of play,
I do have to say it was right around this moment. I think you called it out to me live when we were sitting there, where I think it's on one of these next plays where Ricky throws it to Jonte and completes a pass, and Jonte immediately comes back to Ricky and was like went and tapped him on the head, like nice throw. Like again, it's these little things of like, supporting your quarterback and whatnot when you know he's struggling. And obviously we heard a lot about Jonte's uncle and this and that, but seeing that on the field, that was kind of cool.
Totally. I think it was this one here.
It's this play. Yeah, and then he gets up
Yeah.
and he immediately goes back to the huddle. He gives Ricky a big tap on the hat, like, let's go.
Yeah.
And then I think Ricky then immediately misses a throw here at some point. Oh, he makes a good run here. Yeah. Ricky then misses a throw at some point here in the second half. And, it was a moment where Cook could have really just thrown his hands up and been like, what the hell, and shut up his quarterback, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And
I think there was the play where he was wide open. Cook was wide open down the middle of the field, and he just didn't see him. But
yeah. But I don't know. I thought that was cool. I figured we'd call that out because there isn't a lot of positives. So
no, I that's a good call out. I did note that during the game, and I thought that was just good teammate behavior from Jonte, honestly.
Totally. Manuel Ross.
This was nice. It was nice to see, Big E Ross get in the end zone. That's been a tough year for him. Fine. I just expected him to be a better runner. I really did. And this one's nice. It got called back, but it just doesn't really happen in the flow of the game. Like, it happens in garbage time when they're not really blitzing as much, And this was just pretty emblematic of the whole experience. 4th and 20, let's just
throwing it into the crowd. Yeah. Defense still playing hard.
The defense came to play, and I appreciate it. And they
look at these guys. Look at these guys tackling, running down the field. I give them a lot of credit.
The final score is not indicative of how the defense played. That was not a 30-point performance from the defense, even close to it. They gave up 3.9 yards a play, dude. Like, you expect to win those games. When you get 8 sacks, you give up less than 4 yards a play. You have at least 12 tackles for loss. I didn't see what the final number was. Like, you got to win that game. And it's just crazy we did. It really is crazy we did. And frankly, we weren't even close. At this point, you and I actually haven't even seen this because I think you and I were gone by this point. That we stayed till he threw the ball into the, into the bleachers there. Not the bleachers, actually, the new beautiful blue seats in the dome, which look great.
Yeah, we went outside to go interview people, try to get people before everybody had left the game.
Yeah, there was already a mass exodus by this point.
Good job by the defense making them battle for it. They had to go all the way to 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal and made him get to the 1-yard line on this. Like, they should have made the offense go out there and play defense at the end of this game, to be honest. Like,
put Ricky in at nose tackle. I thought he was going to be a better runner too, but he doesn't really seem to want to run.
No, he doesn't have a feel.
He doesn't really seem to be okay getting hit.
No.
Which is fine, but it's just not what I thought it would be.
He looks a little light, like he gets tossed around.
I thought he'd be more like Luke, honestly. Which I'm kind of all about. I'm a big running QB
to be honest with you, if you told me they had close my eyes, we did a like a blind assessment, I would honestly think their skill sets are opposite, right? Like I honestly thought Ricky was going to be more like Luke, where he comes in more of a runner, little like thicker, was ready to play. It's not really that way. Like,
all right, let's jump into the press conference real quick here. We didn't get to do that on our last one, so feels like a good time to do it. I'm furious about it. My main thing is why does nobody know the playbook? Or if it's that they can't execute, why are we recruiting guys who can't execute the playbook? Either way, what are we talking about with we don't have a full menu with the guys that we have? Because that seems to me like coaching malpractice. And it also seems to me a little bit like not taking accountability. It seems a little bit like putting accountability on the 19 and 20-year-olds who you say can't or don't know how to execute the playbook.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It was not a great response, I don't feel like, to the question. It's like, how do we just have nothing, right? Like, we got to imagine we can call something with these guys. And if you can't call anything with them, then they shouldn't be at Syracuse, right? Like, I think that's the prevailing point is if it's really as dire as we're talking about, right? Like, we're basically playing a punter at quarterback, like, then Why do we have 4 or 5 quarterbacks on the roster, right? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is befuddling. And
If they
go
can't
ahead.
play though, if they can't play, then they shouldn't even be D1 quarterbacks. They shouldn't even be D3 quarterbacks because look at what that kid in Ole Miss is doing.
Oh, again, I don't. There's no disagreement from me. There's an expectation that if you're on the roster and you're at a school like this, like you've got to. I understand that not all these kids can play, right? Like that's the truth. Like frankly, some there's a lot of kids who play at the D1 level or start there and aren't good enough, right? And I realize that is kind of a reality. That there's frankly not honestly 120 quarterbacks who are good enough to play at this level every year. We may not have them. That's very true. I cannot agree that whatever we're seeing out there is all that we have. And I think just going back to the end of half situation, like again, we are either showing we pulled Ricky after we show we have confidence in him to lead a ridiculous 30-second touchdown drive to bring in another guy, and then we don't even get a look at him. I just don't understand what the point of even putting him in the game is if you're not even going to get a look at him. Like
it's not possible. It's not possible that we don't have anybody this good. I mean, we're watching the Western Kentucky game tonight where their starters ruled out 40 minutes before the game, and the coach has an entire game plan for a backup quarterback at Western Kentucky, redshirt freshman, mind you, redshirt freshman who apparently can execute a playbook to the tune of 20 points versus Louisiana Tech, which within the group of 5 level, Louisiana Tech is like as good a defense as it gets. And this kid's able to execute somewhat, move the ball up and down the field, even if he's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just cannot tell me that we don't have anything like that. And the reason we don't have anything like that is because the coaching right now is just not good enough.
it's simply not. And I don't know where we go with that. I mean, frankly, there's just I truly believe there isn't a real answer to this problem on the roster this year, but how we're going about it is just it's completely wrong. Like this is not a way to instill confidence in these kids. Like I guess maybe we're trying to instill confidence in Ricky. It's not working, and you're going to maybe destroy Luke in the process to try and do that. Like it's a weird touch and go way to handle this position. It's frankly doing it this way. I don't see what the positive outcome of this is. Do you?
No, I've said all I have to say about this because I'm really not happy with it at all.
Yeah, and I think you made it maybe earlier, but I don't really want to hear, about the worst coaching decision we've seen in a while from our staff. Like that was so bad. It was such a debacle. Like I have no
sympathy.
It cannot happen again.
Yeah, no sympathy for you coming out after the game and saying it was the worst coaching decision I've ever made. Well, then don't make it.
It was a slow motion car crash, dude. Like it was minutes. It's not like this. It wasn't like it like just magically happened. Like we called timeout to get the ball back. We curiously didn't call another timeout, by the way, on third down. Like on third down or second down rather, leading into third down, we let the clock run. We had another timeout we could have called there. The whole situation is really weird. Like it could not have been more mismanaged. Like I just really weird. I don't know, man.
You had outs too.
That's what I mean. There's so many outs. It was slow motion, you know?
Like if he just decides not to after the terrible pass that should have been intercepted on first down, he could have just kneeled and got us out of there.
And after all of this, too, a simple Jack kick this one out of bounds would have probably solved this as well, you know?
Or, I didn't call it out because whatever, it's whatever. But, on the ensuing kickoff by Pitt, Narduzzi, who knows what the fuck he's doing, actually does something kind of interesting, which is he short kicks it to the Syracuse guy, but then basically doesn't pursue Tyreek Hill at all and just kind of walls up his defense and says like, all right, I'm going to give you as many yards as you want, but I'm not going to let you get a touchdown.
Yeah. He said,
there's like,
40. Doesn't matter.
Right. There's like so many ways you could have played that don't end in a touchdown. Yeah.
It was completely mismanaged. Completely mismanaged.
And going out after the game and throwing your quarterbacks under the bus, like they don't know the fucking playbook. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't love that. But yeah, man, I don't know if you have any additional thoughts after watching that again. My main
just one
takeaway is
additional,
once was more than good enough.
just one additional thought, and that's if you're a sicko and you're still with us. Thank you.
Yes, thank
you for sticking with us. We love to have you here. We love to have you here with us on Domed In. If you made it this far in the episode, maybe see somebody.
Yeah, it's almost basketball season though. You know, it's the Syracuse way. Clocks are changing.
All right.
Football season is over.
Campus is as beautiful as ever. Love it up there.
Campus is beautiful.
People are great. Interviewing people after the game was one of the most fun things I think we've done so far.
Totally.
I got a real kick out of it.
Yeah, I think we're going to do more of that. No?
Yeah, we'd love to. Anytime we can get up there, anytime we're gonna be able to get up to games, which we want to do as much of as possible. I think the other thing we should address actually before we get off here is we did do a live pod together. We'd love to hear feedback on what you guys thought about that live pod. I think we both really liked it. We thought it was pretty good quality, and that's something that we would like to try to do more for you guys. So if you guys like that, hit us up. Let us know that you guys like that live pod. Obviously, it's not something we're going to be able to do all the time, especially if we want to deliver you, consistent content, which we do. But as much as we can try to figure out a way to be live together, we're going to try to do it.
Totally. I think that was definitely a fun experience being able to do that. That's the first time we've done it together in the same room. So obviously fun for the first time there, but wish it was under better circumstances. I think we agree on that for sure.